I have not written my public policy pronouncements on an Etch-a-Sketch. They're written on my heart. Now, Governor Romney has said in response to the Etch-a-Sketch comment that he wants to assure all of you, he wants to assure you that he will run as a conservative in the fall. Let me assure you, I'm not going to run as a conservative. I am a conservative. The issue in this race, yeah, it's about the economy, yeah, it's about freedom, yeah, it's about all of these issues. But there's other issues when you're elected president. It has to do with character. It has to do with trust, authenticity, honesty. You want someone that stands before you and lays out what they want to do, lays out their record, lays out their vision for America, lays out how they're going to solve the problems in this country, how they're going to get people back to work. And you want to be able to believe them. That when they go in front of another group, maybe in a general election, they'd actually say the same things. But we see case and case again with Governor Romney with the Etch-a-Sketch public policy. Even in the last 2 weeks we've seen it. Something remarkable. It has to do, believe it or not, with the Puerto Rican primary. Now my guess is that most of you have not heard this, because the media sort of not decided to report this. But I went down to Puerto Rico and people said I made a gaffe. You see, in the media's eyes, when you tell the truth, you make a gaffe. If you tell the truth that people don't want to hear, it's a gaffe. Well, I told the truth because it's what I believe, and whether the people of Puerto Rico wanted to hear it doesn't really matter to me. Puerto Rico, and they asked me about statehood. 100% of Republicans in Puerto Rico are for statehood. That defines the Republican Party. Every Republican is for statehood. And so we go down there, the Republican primary, and I was asked a question about statehood. I said, I'm open to Puerto Rican statehood if that's what the people of Puerto Rico want. And they said, well, are you concerned about that Puerto Ricans, only 15% speak English? And my answer was, yes, I'm concerned about that. And as a condition for me to support them in statehood, they would have to teach English in the public schools, which they do not. And as I've said, when I come to Wisconsin and Pennsylvania and Iowa and Illinois and other states, I say that English should be the official language of this country. Therefore, if you want to be admitted to the State of the Union, it needs to be the official language of this country, and therefore Puerto Rico. Now, that doesn't mean that Puerto Ricans can and shouldn't speak Spanish. Of course they will. It's their culture. But they need to speak English too, because it is the best way to solve their unemployment problem. They have high rates of unemployment. They have a poverty rate, an income rate that is half the lowest state in the country. And you want to improve that? Then create opportunities for those to participate in the success of what it means to be an